Hello and welcome to Tech 24. I'm Julia Seeger. Coming up. As the Moneyconf 2016 is coming to an end, we'll look closely at how financial technology, or so-called fintech, is disrupting the banking sector, bringing it firmly into the digital arena. Also in this edition, we'll test Withings' new scale, the Smart Body Analyzer. It tracks weight, BMI, and air quality, as well as your pulse wave velocity, a key indicator of cardiac health. Emerging sectors in fintech are creating new ways to manage finance, and startups are increasingly taking on the banks in this niche market where they're perceived to be expensive and slow. One of the mobile-only challenger banks that recently popped up and that appears ahead of the competition is Number 26. We're now joined by the company's CEO, Valentijn Stolf. Thanks for joining us, sir.
Thanks for having me.
How is your company disrupting the banking industry, and why is it important to do so?
So I think if you look at the offering of traditional banks, it's far away from what the digital generation is actually expecting. So what we tried actually to do is to build the bank of tomorrow in a way that we build a bank from a user experience perspective as perceived to be from Uber or Airbnb or Spotify. And I think this is very, very important because banking is a very important field for everyone around the globe. And I think there can be banking that is no hassle, that is simple and that is transparent. And that is what we're focusing on.
Now, another focus for your startup is creating automated intelligence products. How far are you from creating a robot advisor that could give money advice, for instance?
I think if you look at our product, our application, today it's a simple current account. And obviously over time, if we offer more and more products, this is getting more and more complex. You have saving products, you have maybe investment products, and so on. And I think technology can play a great role in that field. It can help reduce complexity. And if you're referring to robo-advisors, I think robo-advisors are great in terms of that it can bring investment opportunities to people at much lower cost and in a much smarter way that reduces complexity and gives people simple access to financial products. So we are not so far away from really creating a really smart banking experience, but there's still some work to be done.
Now, Valentijn, where do you see fintech heading in the next few years?
So if you look at fintech today, you have a lot of small and very innovative companies who try to kind of unbundle the fintech industry. So each of these companies is taking on a niche. So there are specific investment products, specific savings products. And I think what you will see over the next couple of years is that there is kind of a rebundling of that industry, leveraging all that innovation. And I think the same is what we're trying to do within Number 26. So we try actually to rebundle all that innovation and have the best products on our platform to give our customers with their retail account with us access to the best innovation happening all around the globe. And I think what you will see is you will see even more market share going from traditional banks to like new startups and new companies challenging the status quo.
Very well. Thank you so much, sir. That was Valentijn Stolf, the CEO of the German startup Number 26. Well, it's time to turn to Dhananjay Kadalkar, our in-house expert, to learn more about this revolution happening in finance. One of the sectors that technology is disrupting is stock brokerage.
That's right. There are a number of startups which are redefining, because of their innovative ideas and approach, the way we deal in stocks. For example, there's a stock brokerage company called Robinhood. I mean, these names are also quite interesting. It's based in the US, and what it essentially does is it allows the trading of stocks at zero cost, and this can be done through app. Now, there's another stock company, you might say, called Stockpile, which literally turns your stocks into gift cards, so you can gift your friends or your family members stocks worth denominations of 25 euros, 50 euros, 100 euros, and so on. Now, what you do is the recipient of this particular gift card, he or she opens an account with the company, and then he can start trading in stock, either buying or selling. A similar concept has been proposed or has been utilized by another company called Spark Gift, using which you can buy and gift cards the fractions of stock shares, for example, of bigger companies whose stocks could be very expensive, but you can buy fractions of that cost and gift it to your friends.
And these cards can be purchased on the checkout line of retailers like Kmart or like Toys R Us.
Absolutely.
It's pretty incredible. How are banks adapting now to this technological shift?
Well, we have heard of the blockchain technology for so long. Blockchain forms the basis of the cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, and it's also been, banks have also been interested in blockchain because of the obvious advantages, like it provides ironclad security and also saves a lot of cost. Now, blockchain basically is based on the creation of public ledgers, which are spread all over the network. So these ledgers can be instantly and without any central authority can be updated. So that's what attracts banks to this particular technology. Now, recently, a group of 7 banks that includes Santander and UBS announced that they had been able to make a real money transaction, not cryptocurrency, but real money transaction across border using blockchain. They did so by using the platform Ripple, which is another San Francisco-based digital firm.
And what about PingPay? It's a system created by an Indian company.
Right, an Indian bank, it's called Axis Bank. They created PingPay. What they did was, there has been an explosion of WhatsApp, Facebook in India with so many mobile phone users. So they created the they had the smart idea of sending money or receiving money through social networks like Facebook, WhatsApp, etc., and by using your phone. So that's their innovative approach that I'm sure will help a lot of people.
And what about if you want to make some smart investments? What's your advice?
Well, this particular app really, it's one of my favorites. It's called Accounts. What it does is when you go shopping, normally you don't end up with round figures, your expenditure, for example. So what they do is they round up those figures. So for example, if you spend, 12.70 euros, during one shopping in a grocery store. So using this app, it will show 13 euros, but the extra 30 cents, it will be diverted towards investment funds. So now, as you keep on shopping, this change, adds up and it piles into something substantial. And the moment you reach $5, the company asks you where you want to invest. Now you can choose between different stocks which have been chosen by noted economists. And doing that, you can we shop so many times and we rarely think about the change we collect. But if you can turn that into some big euros, that will be phenomenal.
Well, thank you so much. All these apps are very interesting, especially considering the fact that there are still 2.5 billion people in the world who still don't have access to the financial system. Well, we're going to close this fintech chapter and turn our attention to the project Luneta. People in Berlin and in Wrocław, Poland are coming together virtually. A new installation in both cities links viewers via video walls. It's part of Wrocław's celebrations as the 2016 European Capital of Culture. Josh Vardy has this report.
This strange small dome has teleportive powers. On the outside, we're in Berlin, but take a step inside and we're suddenly in Wrocław, Poland. It's not magic, it's an illusion created by carefully positioned cameras, speakers and screens. Visitors on either side can even chat to each other.
In people's heads, these two cities are very far away from each other. So this installation brings them closer together. When you go into the Luneta project, you're put only a few centimeters away from the other city. You can be put in direct contact with each other.
Stepping through the portal to Poland, we find the same dome, 6 meters high and 12 meters wide. A range of events have been programmed to take place between the two domes, with artists, schools and guest speakers all taking part to make the most of this walk-in multimedia installation. Some say it's like entering into another dimension, and that the space helps them drop their inhibitions.
First of all, with a little bit of embarrassment. They can't quite believe that they are, oneself is as visible to the other end as they are to you. But of course, the game starts very quickly, and the child emerges in all of us, and we want to start playing.
To make the link-up possible, more than 60 computers are connected over a network, which will be running at full tilt until the 3rd of July.
It's time for Test 24. Recording your progress is a fantastic motivator when you're trying to lose weight, and that's probably why Withings Connected Scale has been popular enough to warrant a 4th iteration already. And we're about to learn so much more about Dan and Jay Kattokar. You just weighed yourself?
Yes, I weigh 82 kilograms, which is a bit higher. My fat is around 29%. It's quite embarrassing whatever I'm revealing right now, but I guess I have to. Anyway, so this scale is quite...
It's part of the job.
Yeah, I know. It's quite well designed. Its thickness is only 0.7 inches and it weighs less than 2 kilograms. Now, one of the interesting parameters that you come to know through this is the pulse wave velocity, which essentially is, it tells you about the state of your arterial stiffness, which is an indicator of your cardiovascular health and your health in general. So that is very important. And of course, it measures your heart rate. It tells you about your BMI. It tells you about your body fat, your water content, and gives you the weather prediction as well. So if it's sunny and it's quite pleasant, you can go for a jog and walk or exercise. And through an app, which is the HealthMate app by Withings, you can decide, like, if you are overweight, which I am. So I can choose how and when, at what rate I'm supposed to lose weight.
Right.
So I can use this app and I say I've chosen here 0.2 kilograms per week. So
it creates a customized program just for you.
Exactly. So you have to take X number of steps, or walk X number of steps to reduce, and so on and so forth. But all this comes at a price. Normally, these connected weighing scales, they cost around 50 euros, but this comes at more than 3 times the price, which is around 180 euros.
Right, Withings, they're a French company that was just bought by Nokia. Well, that's all for this week's edition, but you can capture it again and all our previous editions on our website, france24.com. Thanks for watching, and do stay tuned to France 24.